What? You saw our handplates? Human, those are private. How did you ever see them? My defenses were impregnable. How did you do such a thing? No, they're not a skeleton thing or a monster thing. They're a...
Jeez, kid, you're not real good at privacy, are you? We've got our reasons for keeping them to ourselves.
Yes, very good, complex, incontrovertible reasons that anyone could understand. Like what? I just don't like looking at it, that's why. It makes me feel like... I'm... forgetting something. Is something important?
Meh, some things are better off forgotten. But not that spaghetti, huh? How's it coming along?
Oh, right. I need to turn the heat up.
It's been 6 hours since I've removed them from the MD solution. They are clumsy and confused, fearful. They stumble and trip like As expected, little experience in non-suspension has led to a difficult adjustment period, particularly regarding ambulatory motion. It will come in time, I'm sure. They are currently separated, as the nature of their interest in each other is unclear at this point. I will investigate this more carefully at a later date, after they've mastered movement. They do not appear to understand me or be capable of speech. They may not be truly sentient. It'll be easier if they are not. It does not matter either way. The line was crossed long ago. There is no turning back now. What's going on? What is all this screaming? Oh, for God's sake. Limb detachment for a skeleton is completely normal and entirely painless. There is absolutely no call for carrying on like this. But you can't understand me anyway. Why am I even bothering talking to you? I need to bring the arm close enough to reattach it. Stay still! I am not in the mood for this. Stay still! Stay still! Once close enough and with proper will, the arm reattaches. No pain, no fuss. Completely unremarkable and entirely undeserving of such attention-seeking behavior. What a waste of my time. At least the other one's been quiet so far. The taller one is needier than I'd like. I still need to take steps to prevent attachment. 7 hours since removal. The smaller one is awake. I'm surprised that he survived at all, given his frailty, and that he's woken up again so quickly. He may be hardier than I initially thought, which is promising. I went to observe him in person. A transcript of my notes follows. I am keeping my distance at first. He is poking and prodding at the walls and the floor, though he does not come near the force field. Maybe he senses the aura it gives off. I get the impression he is trying to find a way out. Perhaps he wants to go back to the suspension. He has yet to make any sound. It's preferable to the other one's constant whining and crying. He may not be capable of it, or he may just be too focused on his exploration. I've come closer, and he's caught sight of me. He's wary and suspicious, though still silent. Obviously, he sees me as a potential threat, so he's more perceptive than the other one, at least. I've taken another step closer. His eyes flared a deep purple color, interlaced with blue, and he backed up against the wall. Another step closer, his eyes are growing brighter. I can sense magic gathering within his soul. But he's too new to know how to make it manifest into an attack. If he could open his mouth, I'm sure he'd snap at me. You can't use magic to defend yourself yet, as much as you try. I wonder what you'll do if I keep approaching. Closer still. He's getting quite frantic. He's rattling his bones at me. At that point, I decided to leave him be to attend to other matters. The two of them differ strikingly in temperament. One docile, one hostile. Whether that will make things easier or harder, I will have to see. An unexpected development. I left them within earshot of one another while I was clearing one of the workrooms for future use. It didn't take them long to realize the other was nearby. Perhaps a side effect of the nature of their souls.
Huh?
They made meaningless animal noises at each other. Subject 1 is capable of it after all. Nothing unusual or noteworthy, but then I began to babble. I could recognize the noises they were starting to string together. Bits and pieces of things I'd said to them. They even mimicked my tone of voice. Though clearly without understanding, they can speak. They can learn. They are sentient, after all. I don't know how I feel about this. I specifically accelerated their growth because I didn't want them to look like children. I don't want them to sound like children. It's unnecessary. I will introduce them to each other tomorrow, with the proper precautions in place. This wasn't in my plans, but one must always be ready to improvise. We'll see what happens. This is it. Subject 1 and 2 are going to meet. I'm keeping a tight hold on both of their souls. Don't touch me!
Don't touch me.
So if they fall to fighting, it should be a matter of moments to separate them before either is hurt. It's best to be prepared. I'm not entirely sure what to expect. They've seen each other. They seem at a loss for what to do. Subject 1 seems wary. Subject 2's eyes have begun glowing a warm red-orange color. Subject 1 soon began glowing light blue in response. This seems to have calmed them a little. They are approaching each other. They are curious about the other, as one may expect. They are the first living thing they've seen aside from myself. After all, they are very eager and quick to learn. Already their level of speech has advanced at an astonishing rate by speaking to each other. As one learns something new,
Shh, no cry, no cry.
so the other builds off of what they've learned to new heights. A mutual scaffolding. And they're getting very attached to each other very quickly. If I want these two to mature rapidly, leaving them together seems the most obvious choice. At the same time, emotional bonds like this carry their own risks. On the other hand, alright, that's enough. Perhaps those bonds can be exploited later, should the need arise.
Gus, sir? Are you alright? You passed out.
I'm alright. I must have gotten dizzy.
Guster, I'm really starting to worry about you. You're working too hard. It's taking a toll on your health. Whatever it is, it can't be that important.
I'm very close to a breakthrough, I'm sure of it. I'm going to get us all out of here, you'll see. I'm alright, I just need time.
Look at your poor hands. They look worse every time I see them. Are they giving you trouble? I know you said it was an accident, but...
Please, I've asked that we not talk about this.
I'm not sure I believe you. I understand that you want to get us out of here, but it's not worth tearing yourself to pieces. This isn't your burden to bear. When the time comes and the last soul falls, I will break the barrier and do what has to be done. That is my duty as king. But my duty is also to my people and my friends, and your well-being is more important to me than anything you're working on. I don't want you hurting yourself, not for any reason. I can't lose you too. Stop pushing yourself so hard. It's not your responsibility. Take care of yourself, and I will take care of the barrier. Come on. Some tea will help you relax. You can go back to your work after you unwind a little, alright?
If you insist. You've always been too gentle and too kind. You don't have the same darkness inside that I have. If anyone should be making such sacrifices, it will be me. I will get us out of here, no matter the cost. And you will never have to kill anyone again. I'll make sure of it. Entry number. Steady progress at a rapid rate. They can speak in sentences now. Subject 1 is quiet and soft-spoken. A lowercaser, I'm sure, without much attention to detail and taken to mumbling. 2, however, is more confident and clear. Uppercase. Like myself, a voice that demands attention. It does not matter what their fonts are. I did not notice, and it does not matter. They cry and carry on whenever I have to separate them. But I cannot risk leaving them alone unsupervised unless Subject 2 can understand one's condition.
What's that mean?
It means that if you hurt Subject 1 even a little, even by accident, he will die.
What's die?
It means that he will turn to dust and you will never see him again. Stop crying, I'm talking to you! Since then, 2 has been very careful. Entry number. Since I moved them into the same room, they are much quieter and easier to work with. They chatter constantly. Entry number. Whenever I go to see them, they are holding or touching each other. They are desperate for physical contact. At least they won't ask it from me. They even sleep like that. It doesn't seem like it'd be comfortable. Sometimes, their souls grow in unison. I believe it is when they are dreaming. Entry number. They are voracious eaters, and given their rapid development, it makes sense. Out of curiosity, I gave them half a portion one night to see what they would do. They split the difference. I suspect given only a crumb, they'd find a way to share it. I don't know where they learned to be so selfless with each other. It's not a trait I'd think would be inborn. Entry number. I gave them one pillow to see who'd assert dominance and claim it for their own. When I checked on them, they'd torn it up and were playing with the stuffing. Entry number. They never stop asking me questions. At least their vocabulary is growing.
What is disappointing?
Specimen?
Alternating current.
Electricity.
Marrow.
Calcium?
Laser.
Forbidden?
I did make an annoying error once while I was distracted.
What is he? What are we? Is he... me? Am I him?
No, you are not the same person.
Then what are we?
You are things. Though I suppose technically, one could say you are brothers.
Brothers? He's my brother?
Are you our brother too?
I made you both.
But what are you? Are you us? What are you to us?
Quiet! They unfortunately latched onto the word. Brother this, brother that. Perhaps they'll grow out of it. I should have been more careful with my wording. Things cannot be brothers. Entry number... They're starting to read. I'm being careful about what I give them. I don't want them getting ideas about the outside world. Subject 1 is a fast learner. 2, less so. He struggles with reading, and my hope is that he inherited my... It's a physical problem with his eyes and not a mental one. Bad eyes can be fixed. Even with one's help, he has difficulty. He interprets even the clearest directions in strange ways. He seems intent on sabotaging himself at every turn. One, at least, seems very clever.
Why don't we ever see anyone else down here? Are we a secret or something?
Perhaps too much for his own good at times. Entry number... They smile when I come to see them. They ask me what I do outside. They ask me if they can go outside. Entry number... Subject 2. Tried to hold my hand. Entry number... I've made a huge mistake. I've waited too long. The project is in danger. My objectivity is at risk of being compromised. I cannot afford a further delay. They are still childlike, but no more time can be wasted. Even this, in the end, was a foolish diversion. It does not matter if they can understand. It does not matter what they look like, or if they can think, or what they feel. This is not what I made them for. I need to regain my focus. I need to regain control. I need to remember why I'm doing this.
Why don't my hands look like yours?
You and Subject 1 don't look alike, do you?
I guess not.
I knew when I began what this would entail. I knew what I'd have to do. I knew there'd be no going back. No forgiveness. Decisions were made all for the greater purpose. To create these living tools. To even consider. Such selfish sentimentality gets people killed. There is only one choice. There is only one choice. I told myself I'd make whatever sacrifices necessary to achieve my goals. I'm not going back on my word. I'm the only one who can do this. Who will do this. There are no other options. I'm going to get us all out of here. No matter what it takes. The greatest test of my strength. I am determined. Can you move?
No. It's hard to breathe. I'm scared.
Good. You should be scared of me. I will not fail.
It is done. They asked me, begged me, screamed at me to stop. And when I did not, they called out for their brother to save them. When they did not, they called out for someone, anyone, to help them. But nobody came. A lesson we must all learn at some point. It is done, and I must admit, a part of me is curious now what they will do. Their limited worldview must be completely shattered. What will they build out of the pieces? Can they even understand what just happened to them? How will they adapt to this new paradigm? What will change?
My hand hurts. I can't get it off. I hate it. I hate it. Why did he do this to us?
I knew it. I knew we shouldn't. I knew we couldn't trust him.
What did we do wrong? I don't
It wasn't us. We didn't do anything wrong. It was him. He wanted to do this to us.
Maybe he was worried we get lost, or they're magic and will protect us from something, or...
Are you serious? How can you even say that? How long were you screaming while he drilled that into you?
Maybe he had to do it that way!
Yeah, but not for the reason you think. We're just things to him. He's always said that. He doesn't care about us. He's never cared about us. He can do whatever he wants to us, and who's going to stop him? No one even knows we're down here. It's not like we can get out. God. Oh my God. What is he going to do to us? This is just the beginning, isn't it? This isn't going to stop. It's just going to get worse. Oh God.
No, he won't! He won't! He's not like that! He's not going to...
Look at your hand, for God's sake! Don't you get what's going on here? Don't you get what we are to him?
That's not what's going to happen. He's not gonna hurt us anymore.
Are you joking?
He's not going to hurt us.
What do you think just
anymore.
happened?
I know it.
What on earth do you think is going to make him stop?
Not a bad person. He's...
Not a bad person, except for these. Open your eyes. Can't you tell he's not going to stop? Why would he?
He's not.
What has he ever done for us except...
He's not going to. He's...
Whoa, hey, are you okay? Jeez. Calm down. Hey, can you hear me? Hey, shh. Calm down. Come on, deep breaths, okay? I'm scared too, alright? But we're okay. We're both okay. I'll figure something out. Don't worry. Calm down.
It can't. He can't. There has to be good in him. There has to be good in him. There has to be.
Shh. Breathe, okay? Just try to breathe.
He has to stop. He has to stop. He has to. It won't get any worse than this, right?
Why did you do that to him? He never did anything to you. He didn't deserve that.
And you did? Does his suffering only matter to you? Interesting.
Why did you make us? Why are you doing this to us? Is someone making you do this? Is that it? Do you not have a choice?
Huh? I thought I turned this off. Yes, Dr. Alphys, what is it? Yes, I'm fine. Is something wrong? Late? Late for what? Yes, but that's tomorrow, isn't it? Is it really? Are you sure? I must have lost track of time. I know it's not like me, but I haven't got much sleep lately. No, I'm alright. Don't worry. I'm fine. I've just had a lot on my mind.
Bro!
Brother, how did you get outside?
I snuck away while he wasn't looking. I'm gonna get you out, okay? And then we're gonna get out of here.
Oh, yay! But how?
I'm still working on that part. He does something to the wall when he opens it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he touches that thing over there. I think maybe put your hand on it?
Okay. It's not working. Only one of the lights went on.
Try using 2 hands.
He only uses one, though.
Well, his hands are big and you have little baby hands.
I do not have baby hands.
You have the most itty-bitty hands, brother, like tiny little... Ah!
Apparently, I'm going to have to keep a closer eye on you. You're slipperier than I thought.
No, I was so close!
Are we in trouble?
Yes. Under other circumstances, it'd be sufficient to punish only you, Subject 1. But your frailty makes that difficult. So, you both will be coming with me.
Don't hurt him! He didn't even do anything! He didn't do anything!
Think about that the next time you run from me. Come on. Entry. I have a theory. Both subjects glow unnaturally and powerfully, unusually so for our species. Although, admittedly, there aren't many left of us to compare. I suspect the unique nature of their souls has something to do with it, but it needs proper investigation. One's eye sockets are large, and the aura of his glow is very strong. He seems the best candidate. If the healing tinge I sensed is truly present, and can be replicated, or even enhanced, maybe there's hope for my eye, after all. Entry number... Failure. One's more fragile than I anticipated.
The right eye is broken. Preliminary tests indicate permanent blindness. I suppose now we're a matching set. Knowledge always comes at a price. Sometimes that is the nature of things. One cannot always expect perfect answers. I was not able to find and isolate the healing aspect as I'd hoped. I believe I may be onto something very, very interesting. I will need to observe him carefully while he recovers, and if I'm correct, well, it could change everything. As for the damage, eye glowing is essential to a skeleton's emotional well-being. Without full access to the ability, 1S may develop problems. Well, that's why I made 2 of them.
Stay still.
Are you listening to me? You broke his eye! You broke my brother's eye! He needed that to glow!
Yes, that was unfortunate. He's weaker than I thought.
How could you? How could you? He needed that eye!
He'll just have to deal with it. The damage is already done. It's too late now.
Why? What did you do to him?
The same thing I'm going to do to you. Stop squirming. You do not want to be out of alignment when the emitter is on.
What? No! No, stop! What if you break my eye too?
Then we'll have just 3 between us all, I suppose. But I don't intend to make the same mistake again. I've adjusted the output, and you're much stronger than Subject 1. I think this time I'm going to make a breakthrough.
No, don't, please stop!
Oh, what did I say about squirming?
Please don't! I need my eyes! I need both of them! I need them so I can glow for him! Please, I have to!
I already told you, I have no intention of blinding you. In fact, quite the opposite. But if you don't follow my directions very carefully, you may blind yourself regardless. Do you understand?
Please don't. He needs me to. He needs me.
Now, eye sockets forward, don't move. And no matter what you do, don't blink. Are you awake?
What happened? Why can't I see?
The magic overflowed into your other socket during the procedure. It was a rather spectacular light show, actually.
Does that mean?
You're not blind, if that's what you're afraid of. You can't see because of the bandages. It'll probably take a day or 2 for you to recover.
Does that mean I can still glow?
Yes, it shouldn't have affected that ability in any way.
Then, what did you do to me?
When the bandages are off and her eyes have healed, you will see.
See? You mean because my eyes won't be open?
In a sense. Come on. If you're awake, then you can go back to your cell. Subject 1 can keep an eye on you. I have to get back to work.
You aren't going to carry me? Because I can't really see.
I've... expended a lot of magical energy lately. I'm tired. You can walk. Here, hold on to... this.
Can I ask you something? You said before that you weren't going to make the same mistake again.
Yes, and I did not. You'll be able to see just fine.
But that means you hurt my brother by mistake, doesn't it? That you didn't mean to?
Breaking his eye was not in my plans, no.
So, you didn't want to hurt him?
Subject 1 is too delicate to hurt carelessly.
So, does that mean you won't hurt us anymore? Oh, that's such a relief. I knew.
I will do what I have to. And what people need me to do. If that requires hurting either of you, then so be it. I will see this through to the end. It's already too late to turn back.
But isn't there some other way? Maybe we can help you. It doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to be like this.
If you want to help me, you will be silent and obedient. I don't have time for this.
Do you hate us?
Oh, come on. Can I not trust you two to be alone for just 5 minutes? Oh, come on, I need to go get your dinner. Hey, don't look at me like that, come on. I don't feel anything for you.
I'm going to tell my brother you did it by accident. I'm going to tell him you didn't mean to hurt him.
Tell him whatever you like. Come on.
What do you think he meant? He said see, like it meant something more than just normal seeing.
I don't know. He didn't say that to me.
He said he'd fix the, laser thing since the last time when he... Did he tell you what he was doing?
I don't really remember. I passed out pretty fast.
Oh. But, he said I could still glow, so you don't have to worry about that.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Oh, he said I'm not blind either. He's going to take them off in a few days. I'm fine.
That's not it either. Don't worry about it. It's probably nothing. Bro, wake up, wake up! Wake up! I saw something! I saw something outside the beams!
What did you see?
I think I saw us.
Us?
Yeah, but we look different.
Different? What do you mean? Different how?
Different.
Can you still see us? Maybe he put a mirror there. Maybe he's testing us.
No, it's gone now. I just saw it for a second.
That's weird. Do you think that's what he meant about seeing?
Is that what he meant? But what does that mean?
Are you sure you weren't dreaming?
Maybe. Let's just keep this between you and me. Alright?
Subject 2, come out here.
Okay. Where are we going?
Shh. Now, I have opened several normally locked doors. You have 3 minutes to find a place to hide. When those 3 minutes are up, I will come find you. Don't bother coming back here to try and release Subject 1. The door lock will not open.
Okay. What if you don't find me? Do I win?
This isn't a game. Go. Alright, Subject 1. It's your turn. You have 3 minutes to go and hide.
What? Not gonna break my legs first? Ah, how thoughtful of you.
You're wasting time. Now, both of you go and hide. You get 5 minutes. 4 minutes
What are you up to?
55 seconds.
Come on, brother. I know a really good spot this time.
Huh?
Accounting for traveling the distance,
I really thought we'd win that one for sure.
Why are we doing this?
To test something. And to prove a point.
I had a really good spot that time. I don't get it. How do you keep finding us? It's not fair.
I will always find you. No matter how far you run and no matter where you hide.
But why? Are you cheating or something? I don't get it.
You two.
What? Something wrong? Completely normal and entirely painless. Isn't that what you told him? Nothing wrong with taking your arm off, right? Unless there's something about this arm or maybe this hand that you want us to keep on. Hey, how about I just leave it here for today? After all, it's not like you'll lose it or anything.
Alright. I don't have time to set up a proper lesson, so we're just going to do the short version. Subject 2, come here. Give me your arm. Now, go stand over there. The limb may be physically detached and immobile, but it's still magically connected to the skeleton's soul in question, with all that entails. Now I'll be taking this so I can set the bone. You'll get it back later. You really are too clever for your own good at times.
So, still think he has good in him? Huh? Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Come on, it's okay. Maybe you're right, alright? Come on, it's okay, don't cry.
I'm so scared, brother. I'm scared all the time. It's so hard.
I know.
It's so hard to keep
I know.
believing. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but sticking stuff in someone else's eye sockets is kinda uncomfortable.
It'd be easier if you'd stop squirming.
Sorry. For some reason it's hard to relax whenever you're near my eyes. Can't imagine why.
Yes, you'll just have to survive somehow. Stay still.
What are you even doing anyway?
I'm setting up focal points for the magic matrix. Once complete, they'll deliver a low-level magical pulse through the designated area.
And why? Do you even need a reason for the stuff you do?
I'm hoping it will draw a response from your soul and rekindle the eye.
You're trying to fix me?
Yes. Your broken eye does me no more good than it does you, you know. It's very inconvenient.
Inconvenient?
Physical damage is one thing, but impaired eye glowing opens up a whole new host of potential emotional problems to deal with. And, as you've probably gathered, emotions aren't my strong suit.
Did you just make a joke?
Now, stay still and try to relax. It should be relatively painless at this intensity. And then, as time goes on... No, no, no! I can't maintain this. I've got to get him stabilized. Yes. Elvis, what is it? Yes, I'm alright. It just startled me is all. Well, if the power's still on, then the core must have stabilized. Do you have any readings from before the surge? Yes, I'll meet you over there. Just... give me a few minutes. Failure, failure, failure. If enthusiasm equaled adeptness, you'd be less of a disappointment, 2P. Where's my color cube? Subject 2.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I just...
How did you get that without my noticing?
I really liked... I wanted to practice. So I can show you how good I am at puzzles. I'm really good at puzzles.
Subject 2.
I am. I really am. See, look. Look, it's all X's. And to solve it, you have to make them all O's. It's...
Subject 2. Give me the cube.
I think it's really clever. I don't think anyone could come up with a puzzle like this. I think it's really good.
Give me the cube. You are never to take anything back to your cell again, especially without informing me, or the consequences will be dire. Do you understand?
I'm sorry.
Don't do this again.
When will my brother come back? I wanted to show him my puzzle.
1S is healing poorly. He has yet to regain consciousness.
Oh. I hope he comes back soon.
If you behave, I may return the cube later.
Really? You mean it? Thank you!
Never do this again. God, what am I doing? 1S will not wake up. He does not respond to any magic I can muster. It's like holding water in your hands. His soul is still intact, but he lingers between life and death, unable to commit to either. If he was doing this to spite me, I would not be surprised. This would be a less serious problem if that were the case. The will to live is everything. Without it, I may have to consider other methods. Come with me.
What is it?
Do not dawdle, come on.
Okay then. Where are we going? Are we going to see my brother?
Yes.
Oh, yay! I was really worried about him. Is he okay? Is he going to come back?
1S is about to die.
What? Why? What happened? Is he...
His soul is stable, but he refuses to wake
I
despite...
thought you were going to fix him.
Don't interrupt me. He refuses to wake despite my efforts. I need you to test my theory.
What do you mean? How can he not... That doesn't make any sense. You're so much stronger than us. You can do anything. Why can't you heal him?
Magic is an expression of a monster's soul. It reflects the self like a mirror. As a monster grows or changes, so too does their magic develop and shift. Certain consequences are unavoidable. Since I began this project, I've lost. I'm losing the ability to heal.
Really? That's awful. I'm sorry.
I knew there'd be a price to pay. I've made my choices and I will live with them. But it means that I have to resort to other methods.
Like me?
Yes.
But I've never healed anyone before. I don't even know how. What if I can't do it?
Then he will die.
No, he can't. He can't.
And I believe my theory will be correct.
Brother!
Just as I thought.
Brother!
I don't have to explain a single step. He already knows what to do, right down to his bones. It lights up the air with sparks of life, photons, electrons. Effortless, as predicted. It echoes within, distant but familiar, and untouchable. But what else can one expect when sound hits an empty void?
Please wake up.
Bro?
There you are. There you are. There you are.
We all make choices.
So hey, I noticed something new in that cozy little home of ours.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you already know what I'm talking about? So you're a mind reader and a sadist. Did you have to kill a lot of babies to learn how to do that, or just a few?
Yes, you're very clever. and I'm deeply wounded. Let's not do this today.
Hey, I don't want laser shot in my eye again either, but I get the feeling it's gonna happen anyway. Things don't work out the way you want sometimes, huh?
I don't want to discuss it.
You're pretty good at the mind reading thing, but not so good at the whole, kindness thing. Which is why I'm wondering how my brother got that color cube. If he stole it, then you would have taken it back by now, right? But you seem pretty happy to let him keep it. Why is that?
Subject 2 is an idiot. Practicing outside of the tests may improve his scores.
My brother's not dumb.
His results say otherwise.
He's not dumb, you just don't get how he thinks.
Poorly by all measures.
But, okay, fine. You say you gave it to him to practice with. Okay. Thing is, he told me...
You two talk too much.
Not like we got anything else to do. My bro said he apologized to you for taking the cube.
As well he should. I still don't know how he managed it.
You shouldn't underestimate him so much,
Spare me your lectures.
He said you flinched when he apologized. Yeah, he noticed. He's more observant than you think, too. So then he said he asked you when I'd be coming back, and when you didn't know, he got real upset about it?
Subject 2 can be emotional.
Not like you, huh? Which is what I don't get, because he told me that's when you offered to give him the cube. If I didn't know you better, I think it was because you felt bad for him. But hey, you never feel bad about anything, do you?
That's enough talking.
Brother, wake up.
When'd you get back? Oh, jeez, what happened? What did he do to you? Okay, bad question, never mind. What can I do? Is there any way I can help?
You can't. You've got to heal me.
What?
Heal. I need.
But he didn't teach me how. I can't. I'm not strong enough.
Got to. You can do it.
I don't know how. What am I supposed to do?
You just have to.
Oh God, no. No. Wake up. Don't go. Don't leave me. Don't you leave me here. Come on. You've got to.
Okay. It's okay, that's enough.
Bro? Oh, thank God you're awake.
You can stop. I'll be okay.
But I didn't... You still hurt.
It's okay. You did your best. I'll be okay from here.
My best? But...
It's okay. I'm strong. I'll be fine.
Is that really all I can do?
Don't think like that, brother. You tried really hard and you helped a lot, really. I'm okay now. That's what matters, right? You're strong too, okay? You did a really good job.
Ugh, ow.
There. Now leave it on this time.
Why? It's not like it can get more broken.
There's very little room for error with you when it comes to your health. Leave it on.
Why am I like this?
Be more specific.
Why am I so... small?
Here. Rip this piece of paper exactly in half. Quickly, don't think about it. You see? One piece is bigger. That is the nature of ripping things into pieces. You cannot expect precision. Come on. 2P is waiting.
Ow!
Stay still. I'm not as good at healing as you.
I know it just stings a little.
And looks like the cracks are gone. How's the eye socket?
Better? It doesn't hurt. I keep seeing weird things, like you and me, but we're not you and me. We look different. Weird.
Yeah, you learn to tune it out.
You know, I was talking to him today.
Ugh, why even bother?
I think we made some progress. He hesitated for at least 10 seconds before picking up the hammer, and he only told me to stop talking twice. I know I can get through to him. I just have to keep trying. I'm sure of it.
I don't know how you do it.
Do what?
You know, see what you see in him. Or anything. He's never shown mercy to us before. I don't see him starting anytime soon, you know?
He has it in him somewhere, I'm sure of it. He could be good, if he wanted to. If he just tried.
I don't know how you can believe in anything good down here. Kindness, mercy. When have we ever seen any of that?
Don't be silly, brother. Of course I've seen goodness and kindness. I have you. And that's enough proof for me that there's more to this world than just meanness. He didn't have to make you two, right? But he did. He didn't have to let us be together and help each other, but he does. He didn't have to give me this, but he did. And you didn't have to be nice to me either. But you are. You always are, no matter what. So, if someone like you can exist in a place like this, then there's something good in him still. I know it. There's hope. For him, and there's hope for us. We just have to keep trying. I'm not going to give up.
Well, who the hell can argue with that?
Do we really have to keep doing this? I hate it. It makes my head hurt.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
Why are you even doing it? I don't... Hold on, I'll save you! Brother? Why'd you...
You saw something, didn't you?
No, I didn't see anything!
I knew it. You saw 1S, didn't you?
No, I didn't see anything.
He's scheduled for tomorrow, but you saw him now, didn't you? You saw him just now in the chair.
I didn't.
How long have you been seeing these things?
I haven't seen anything.
You're a bad liar. Which makes me wonder, what would give you the idea to lie to me about this?
No.
It was 1S, wasn't it? He told you to keep this from me.
No, it was my idea. Don't be mad at him, please.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the information I want, whether you two tell the truth or not. But for now, if you don't want 1S to get into trouble, you will tell me everything.
Bro, you okay? How's your head?
It's fine.
Come here, let me heal it. It hurts, right?
Yeah, okay.
You okay? You seem kind of off.
If I tell you something, will you promise not to get mad?
Ah, jeez.
You said you wouldn't get mad!
I didn't actually, but what
He
happened?
took me to the laser room and I saw you in the chair and I tried to save you, but you weren't really there and he saw me see you and he figured out what was going on and he said...
Come on, breathe.
He said he knew this would happen and he knew you told me to lie to him, and if I didn't want you to get hurt, I'd tell him what I saw.
You saw me in there?
Yeah, he said he was going to do you tomorrow.
Great, that'll be fun. Did you tell him anything about me seeing stuff?
No, I just told him what I saw. Was that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll make it work. Just don't tell him anything else about me, okay?
Okay. I don't like this.
There's always an adjustment period with new things.
It hurts.
Pay attention. Today, I want you to see.
But I haven't seen
anything lately. I can't control it, it just happens.
That's not what I mean. Location-based glimpses are proof of concept, but not much use down here. What we are going to work on today is looking past this particular place. The overflow of... No, it'd be lost on you. How to explain? Your vision is still weak at this point, but it will grow stronger as you acclimate to each new dosage of magic.
Dosage? You mean the laser?
Yes, the laser. Right now, you can see things where you are, but as your vision grows stronger, you won't be limited by your location. That's what I'm going to assess today. Now, close your eyes and focus your thoughts on the future. Describe what you see.
The future? I see... I see you! And you're taking those things off our hands, and you're telling us you're going to be nice to us from now on, and you're going to take us home with you, and we're all happy, and it's really nice, so now you have to do that, right? Because that's definitely what I see, really.
You're looking to the past. There's no point to that. It won't change. Look forward.
I don't see anything!
Try harder.
I don't see anything!
As always, disappointing. I projected you being able to at least...
No, wait! I can do it! I can do it! I can do it! Let me try again. Please? My head really hurts. Did it work? Did I do a good job?
You're below expectations. I'll have to shift my timetable. At least this data will provide a good baseline for other things.
I tried really, really hard. I really wanted to see something. I did. I know I can do it. Ow.
There's always an adjustment period. One else could deal with the headache. I have work to do. So, you still insist that you can't see anything?
Nope.
Despite these readings, the same as 2P is whenever he's seeing something that clearly indicate otherwise.
What can I tell you?
You really are completely worthless. If you weren't such a useful pivot against 2P, I'd have euthanized you and started over long ago.
Euthanize?
You're clever. You figure it out. You must know by now that you're the expendable one. You're not as stupid as he is. He's much stronger and more resilient than you in almost every respect. Not to mention more cooperative and easier to work with, even if he is an idiot. You're lucky he hinged his emotional stability on you. It's the only thing keeping you alive. You have nothing else of worth to offer anyone. So, are you going to continue to waste my time? Or are you going to tell me what you see?
I don't see anything. Looks like you messed up with me again.
Alright, if that's how you want to do this. If you can't see anything, then the emitter sessions will continue until you do.
Are you okay? You've been really quiet. Do you think he's gone?
Lights out usually means he's heading home. We should be good. Want it? I'm bored.
Can you really not see anything?
That's what I told him.
I want to try.
Come on, bro. I'm tired.
Brother,
Okay.
take my hand.
Why?
I think it'll help.
Alright, if you say so.
What do you see?
Red and gold. What about you?
I see white and pink and blue. Brother, do you know what this means?
Brother, we're not here. Someday we're going to get out of here. Someday we're going to be free.
I hope so. God, I hope so. I'm dying.
You're not dying. You're going to be okay. This happens every time he does one of these, remember? And you got through all of those, okay? Don't worry.
It's not the same. It's not. I saw red and gold again. Red and gold. Red and gold over and over. And then it all just stopped. There was nothing and it won't. There was just nothing and it won't go away.
What do you mean?
It won't go away. I can't see. I can't see anything. I'm blind. I'm finally blind. He finally did it.
Listen, you're going to be okay. Your visions always come back before. You just need to calm down. I know. I'll tell you what I see, okay? You trust me, don't you?
Yeah. I trust you.
Do you know what I see? I see a lot of white. There's a lot of white everywhere. That must be what the floor looks like outside. There's a big house. I can see it. It's all sorts of colors, just like our eyes. And there are people. Lots of nice people who want to be friends. But the most important thing I see is you, brother. You are with me. We are together and we are safe. And you look happy. That's what I see. You're going to be okay. I've got you. As long as we're together, we'll be okay. Do you think I'm dumb?
What makes you say that?
When he took me in today, I asked him why he was doing this. And he said you were the smart one, and I wouldn't understand even if he told me. So I asked him why he kept hurting us, since I don't remember doing anything wrong. And he said something like he could do all these things because he was strong, like people needed him to be. He'd committed a level of violence that made him like this. Something like that, and he said you can't go back. But I don't think that's true. There has to be a way to go back. There just has to be. There has to be a way to make him stop. I thought if he was like this because of violence, then maybe the way to fix it was not that. So I told him, even if he'd done a lot of bad things, it wasn't too late and he could still change and be good instead. Everyone can be good. I could even help him be good if he wanted me to. And he said I was even stupider than he thought. Do you think I'm stupid?
Nah, bro. You're the brightest thing down here.
What's a level of violence? You said you'd committed a level of violence. What does that mean?
It means that once you commit an act of violence, it becomes easier to do so again.
So, if you hurt someone...
Let's not be coy. If you kill someone, it makes it easier to kill again.
You've killed someone?
Yes.
But why? Why would you do something like that?
Does it really matter why? They are still dead because of me, and I am still alive. Any reasons or justifications for doing so would only be for my emotional benefit. They are still dead. The damage done by the act will not change.
Damage?
To kill leaves an indelible mark on the soul. Nothing you can do can take it away. It is a permanent change in perspective.
That's awful.
There are benefits.
What? How could there be?
I've been studying the effects of murder on the soul for some time. I know it must sound impossible to you, but to kill inspires strength and a greater resolve to survive. It becomes harder for others to hurt you, and easier to hurt others. That can save you when nothing else will.
Well, I'm never going to kill anyone. I don't care what happens. I'm never going to kill anyone.
It's easy for you to say that down here with only me as your brother. You may find someday that that's a much harder thing to do than you think.
I'm never going to kill anyone.
We'll see.
Ow.
Are you awake?
I guess. My head hurts. What happened?
You were unconscious for an unclear period of time. You appear to be uninjured, so I believe it was stress-related.
Stress, huh? Wonder how that happened. Maybe the laser's getting shot in my eyes all the time. Just a thought.
Well, I see it's had no effect on your attitude. More's the pity.
Hey, maybe less stress would fix that too, huh? Maybe cut back on all the torturing and stuff? Could be worth a try, you know?
Enough. If you're awake, you can go back to your cell. I'm sure Subject 2 is very anxious for your return.
My brother, is he okay? Jeez, I must have scared him half to death.
He's very invested in your well-being, you know. I wonder how far he'd be willing to go for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
No more talking. Come on.
Oh, brother, I'm sorry. I tried to protect you. I really did, but...
Bro, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm fine. Just calm down. I bet you did a great job, whatever you did.
You have to warn me before you do things like that. You scared me to death.
Yeah, I'll make sure to tell you the next time I pass out for no reason, alright?
You better! What a surprise seeing you in here again.
Ah, yes, well, I'm in need of something a little specific.
Oh, such as?
Do you have... this one.
Nasty little guy, ain't he?
Well, he's certainly what I was looking for.
In that case, that'll be, 50 gold.
50G it is.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
And wish the boys well for me.
Alright. Initial testing is complete. All magic readings are consistent with established baseline. High-intensity magic emitters have been successfully tethered to the subject.
Does that mean I did a good job?
Now to determine the level of control and effectiveness of the blast. Once the specimen is deceased, the capsule prototype will be used to store the soul.
What's that mean?
You will follow directions.
That sounds like I'm supposed to hurt something.
The specimen will die, yes.
I don't want to do that.
Noted. Stand by. Carrier is in place. Vital signs are normal. Subject 2, destroy the carrier and its contents.
Is there something alive in there?
Yes,
I'm not going to attack that. It might get hurt.
that is the point.
That's awful. I'm not going to do that.
Subject 2, you will follow directions.
No, I'm not going to kill anything.
I will not repeat myself.
No, I refuse.
If you will not follow directions, Subject 2, there will be consequence.
No, leave him alone.
All it will take is one touch. You will follow directions.
I won't. I won't. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me. I'm not going to kill anything. I'm not. I won't. I won't. I never want to kill anyone. Never.
I know. Why are you trying to get my brother to kill things?
Because it serves my purposes.
Are you trying to make him like you?
Interesting theory, but he's too...
Because he's too brave to ever be like you.
That's an interesting choice of words. What do you know of bravery?
I know that no matter how many awful things you do to us, or all the awful things you put us through, he refuses to give in. He looks at all your darkness and he only sees light. And you try and drag him down into it and he always says no. And that's braver than anything you've ever done or anything you'll ever do.
So tell me, what would you do?
What?
What would you do if someone tried to kill your brother? Would you fight to save someone you love? Or would you let him die to stay true to some imaginary ideal? What would bravery be then? Pacifism is nice in theory, but not so easy when it gets others killed. Others you could have saved, had you acted. You're worthless in battle, but if you had the ability, if killing gave you the ability, would you kill to protect him? What matters more to you, his life or his ideals? What would you do? How far would you go? And more importantly, if you killed someone to protect him, do you think he would forgive you? What would bravery be then?
He's a better person than you. He always has been.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know. What you don't understand is that it doesn't matter. Good, bad, it always comes down to the same principle. You kill, or you are killed.
That can't be all there is.
That's all that matters. You call it bravery, I call it stupidity. But either way, one day he will end up dead because of it. And whether or not you could have done something about it, that question will haunt you for however long you live afterwards. You need to make sure that you can live with your choices.